everybody, welcome back to the Black Feather Guild and another episode of Peasant Strike Back. So we're super excited to, we're super excited to jump back into this particular story and show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before we do jump into the thick of things, we're going to do some quick player introductions, let everybody talk a little bit about themselves and their characters. Then I will go over how you can interact with the game and the show as a viewer. And then I will hand everything off to Joshua, and we'll jump right in. So starting with Buggy, tell us a little bit about Tor and about yourself.
Howdy. I'm Buggy. You can find me on Twitter at Buggy2077. I am a screenwriter and the brewer of coffees. I'm playing Tor, your 305th favorite homeless person. The half-orc homicide. I'm just here for a good time as always.
Awesome.
Take the mic.
Next we've got Gwen. Tell us a little bit about Ella and yourself.
So I'm Gwen. You can find me at Gwen Tater on Twitch and Twitter. Ella is you're just your sweetest, kindest NPC. only wants to work.
Until you insult her products.
No one insults her products. No. No, you don't. No. Don't even joke about that. But yeah.
All right.
Ella is the one that heals people when they get hurt.
All right.
What class?
Herbalist, I believe.
Herbalist.
She's an herbalist.
Yeah. And then normally we would have Noir with us playing Holden, who's not able to make it tonight.
We should all congratulate him though in his absence, because he literally just got his lease for his brand new apartment. Congratulations!
Yeah. An hour ago.
An hour ago, yeah. He's not with us tonight, but you all should definitely give him some love. Go follow him at Noir Enigma. He recently hit 1,000 followers on Twitter, and we're all pretty proud of him. He's going places. The four of us can say we knew him before he was something big.
Oh shit! Yeah, facts. I can do that.
I knew him at 50
shit.
followers.
Yeah. Awesome. And then Joshua, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name's Joshua. I'm a dungeon master, a professional dungeon master. I hire myself out to run D&D games. It's a lot of fun. You should check out my website. It's dmondemand.ca. If you're local in the Toronto area, I'll show up in person, and if you're not, I'll come over the internet and bring the adventures through the magic of technology. I also stream a lot. I stream weekly on my own channel at Joshua Barbeau on Twitch. We just finished episode 9 of my ongoing D&D show. I stream fairly regularly on Scraticus Academy and here at the Black Feather Guild, and I'm also a published DM's Guild author, among other things. The best way to follow me is to do so on Twitter at Joshua Barbeau, and I look forward to hearing from you and interacting with you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of things that I do, I wrote all of the peasant classes that the characters are using in this game. Special peasant classes that you yourself can use if you would like. It's available on DM's Guild. Joe Blow's Guide to Being an NPC has 8 new peasant classes. They're not full classes. They only go to level 5 because peasants don't deserve 20 levels. They're peasants. But if you're
level 5, you're pretty much a hero at that point.
Yeah, if you're a level 5 peasant, you're pretty much a hero at that point. You don't need any peasant levels at that point. But if you're interested, I just dropped the link into the Twitch chat to picking that up on DM's Guild. And yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I'm excited to see what antics y'all get up to.
It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
Real quick, what you can do as a viewer, if you would like to interact with the game, make changes, help the peasants not die.
Which is very important.
Yes. Or if you want to help Joshua kill us all, I mean, it's entirely up to you. There's a lot of ways that you can do that. One of the easiest ways to do so is through the tweet of the game, which you can find in chat. For every 5 interactions, that's likes, retweets, and comments, a D4 goes to the cast and the DM that we can use on any role that we would like. There's also another free way that you can interact, and that's with guild coins. You can find that right below the Twitch chat box. It's a little round rainbow-colored token. You can click on that, and there's a lot of different things that you can do there. You get those points just for watching the show and going on raids with us and that sort of thing. If you'd like to support the channel monetarily, there's also a lot of really cool things that you can do that way. So if you look at the little chart right below Gwen over there, you can see that there's a lot of different things listed. A lot of them are self-explanatory, but some that may not be. The switch allows somebody to say to somebody else, you need to switch the action word. So for example, let's say Moira wants to seduce a barmaid, somebody can say change seduce to something else, and it can't be a direct synonym. There's no cheating that way. Borrowed success is an interesting one that we've
Moira
introduced.
wants to seduce the barmaid? No, Moira
Always.
has to bust
Be
a
the
rhyme for the
barmaid.
barmaid.
No, Moira has to be the barmaid.
Moira could pull that off. Anyways, borrowed success is another one that's a little bit different. So it's an automatic success on what you're trying to do now, but every skill check thereafter, either myself or Joshua will roll a d20, and if it hits 15, then that means that was the success you borrowed. So it's a bit of a gamble. You could lose a success later by doing it. And then the complication allows you to just say in chat, hey, I want to throw this into the mix of the game, and it'll just happen. And it can be pretty much anything that you want. And then finally, one that we've only added about a week ago, at the $15 mark, you can swap 2 players for 5 minutes, and that means we have to play each other's characters for 5 minutes. And you get to pick which characters or which players swap.
Yeah, that is whack.
Yes.
And
Tor and Moira.
with all of that, oh, that would be amazing. With all of that, you can do you can do so
Tor Noir.
through bits, subscriptions, through coffee.com/Raven or raven.rocks that you can see at the bottom of the chart there. Also, if you are a patron, the Bard tier and up get monthly credits towards these buffs as well that you can use. So yeah, there's lots of different things that you can do as a viewer. With that, I will pass the reins over to Joshua. Take us away to a not painful, not dead place.
Before I do that, there's actually one more way you can interact with the stream, special for tonight only.
Oh dear.
As you know, if you've been following the escapades of this band of peasants, Daggerford, having recently been freed from the turmoil that the Warriors of Good Deeds brought to it, has now been subjugated by the new Crimson Court. The new Crimson Court are 4 new members replacing the old Crimson Court. We don't exactly know what happened to the old Crimson Court, but these 4 new members are taking up the mantle in their absence, and they're making Daggerford their home base. I said for each of these in-between episodes, these episodes linking season 1 to season 2, you would get to decide on the classes of these 4 characters. So last time, a month ago, you decided that Grim Bluntfist, the Bugbear, would be an Oathbreaker Paladin. This time, you're going to decide the class of Cindy Sweet, the female Yuan-Ti.
That's what you did there.
Your options are the Great Old One Warlock, a Beastmaster Ranger, an Assassin Rogue, and a Circle of Wildfire Druid. That's an Unearthed Arcana supplement one. If you haven't heard
Oh.
they're all following a little bit of a theme. The Great Old One Warlock is a warlock with a pact to Dendar the Night Serpent. The Beastmaster Ranger has a constrictor snake as her beast. The Assassin Rogue uses snake venom on her daggers. You know, it's like they're all kind of like really harping on that snake theme.
I really wanted you to have like a cleric of the snake god.
Well, yeah, basically, if you want to be a cleric of Dendar, you pick Warlock, Great Old One Warlock. That's the way to do it. The best way to do it. Dendar doesn't so much have clerics; he has warlocks to pay fealty to him.
I love clerics. So.
But if you're interested in voting on what class Cindy Sweet should be, there's a link in the chat right now to a Twitter poll that will only be active for the duration of this stream. Please don't make it a tie like you did last time, because that's just giving me more work to do. All right, so we'll take it away. Well, last we left our heroes.
It's already a tie.
It's already a tie. Currently, it is a tie, yes. But someone is going to go there and break that tie. When last we left these peasants, they had teamed up with a copper dragon to rescue the entire Hard Cheese family from the clutches of evil. And you busted a hole in the wall surrounding Daggerford and assaulted the castle, or rather the dragon busted a hole in the wall and then proceeded to assault the castle, causing a big enough distraction for the four of you to sneak the 14 Archie's family members out of town. They are on their way to Golden Fields, where hopefully they are safe and going to be safe and sound. We pick up a week later, and now the town of Daggerford has a new problem. You see, the Crimson Court is raising an army because they want the Daggerford is merely the first step in a much larger conquest. They want to conquer the entire Sword Coast, and they need an army to do that. Now, they have been successfully recruiting all manner of beasts. Goblins, hobgoblins, bugbears, you name it. Anything with a pulse that knows how to hold a weapon and values gold has been answering the Crimson Court's call. But there's a problem. There's a large hole in the wall surrounding Daggerford.
Oopsies.
Oops. And the new Crimson Court can't very well pay to repair a hole in the wall and also pay to hire additional to bolster the forces in their new army. So they've decided to enact some Warbonds. It's a thing. It's considered patriotic. Donate your money to your Crimson Court overlords by buying a Warbond. Help repair the hole and keep yourself safe against the ensuing armies that will undoubtedly attack Daggerford to try to stop their
help build the wall.
Help build the wall. Yes, exactly. Buy a Warbond. Help build the wall. Save Daggerford. That's what these posters are saying. And it's considered, it's considered optional. But anyone who has had someone come knocking at their door and said, "No, I will not buy any war bonds," hasn't been seen since. Which is precisely what happened to our good friend Holden Tudyk. So, the three of you have gathered at the inn, not the Happy Cow, because as we all know, the Happy Cow is burnt to the ground.
Yep.
But you've gathered at the other inn, and you're discussing what to do about these war bonds, because the Crimson Court are milking the poor people of Daggerford dry, trying to repair this wall and build up an army.
Moira, how much money do we have left?
I don't fucking know. Let me look. I've got 39 gold left.
How much are they asking you for?
Well, I don't rightly know. They haven't.
Each war bond costs 15 gold apiece.
What was that? 1-5 or 5-0?
1-5.
15. Gotcha. So yeah, Moira goes, I don't rightly know how much they're trying to hit me up for, because seeing as I don't fucking have a room anymore, I don't exactly have a permanent address.
Yeah, welcome to my world, Moira. Okay, I can make a spare bunk for you.
I'm the only one with an permanent address now. Clearly.
Holden?
No offense there.
No, Holden
Tar.
does. Holden has a house.
Holden does have a house.
Where's Holden been? I haven't seen Holden in a dog.
Yeah, wait a second.
It's been a few days since I last seen him.
I mean, it's been 5 days.
Do you think it's because he avoided his war bonds?
Well, it's either that or he's gone and done something even more stupid.
Is that possible at this
that's
point?
likely. That's really, really likely, though. Just saying.
I don't. I'd say there's a fair chance he's either gone to sign up with the Crimson Cart or gone to try to murder one of them without telling us.
Yeah, actually. That makes a lot. Yeah, that's.
I'm leaning more towards the first option.
Well, how are we gonna find him? We gotta find him. Moira, what do you think? The mastermind isn't here. And he's gonna nudge Moira.
What are you talking about? I'm sitting right here, you fool.
He's just gonna sit to himself.
You meant Holden. I gotcha. Well, if he did get himself arrested, then he's probably up there at the giant building thing. It's too fucking early. The Hold.
The castle?
That's the one. So I mean, we could go poking around there, see if he's been arrested or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the only thing I can think of. What do you think? What do you think, Ella? I'm sorry, it's been a while.
I don't really know. I'm gonna say I'm just going to go back to work.
So there's been an object placement redeemed with guild coins. So Alex is falling off a wagon passing by a small worn fabric and yarn doll done up to look like a half-orc. It is well worn and smells like Tor's daughter. But I guess is like just outside the door.
Agent Chaos Boss.
It was gonna be something along those lines.
So as you exit the tavern, a wagon passing by, a small worn fabric yarn doll falls off the back of the wagon, done up to look like a half-orc. It's well worn and smells like Tor's daughter.
Tor's gonna walk over and pick it up, and just look at it and just silently just put it in the pocket or bag that he has.
Last you'd heard, your family was in Golden Fields, correct?
Yep.
Well, here's
Tor,
hoping they didn't move to Daggerford, because that'd be bad.
Tor,
Yeah, that would be bad.
That would be very bad.
That'd be bad.
your face looks very bad right now.
Don't worry about it. Just go to your shop, Ella.
You can always stop by my shop if you want.
Yeah.
Why would you say
Don't
to a
worry about
man
it.
who's clearly upset that his face looks horrible?
I mean, Mara, she's not wrong.
I think it's a fine face.
He's gonna do one of these and try to imagine, make like the pouty face. Whatever that shit is.
Moira's gonna
Sure
put her
about
hand on.
that?
Moira's gonna put her hand on Tor's shoulder and be like, Tor, you have a face.
No. Tor's gonna swipe that hand away. Tor's gonna swipe. I am not holding.
Fair enough, but you have a face that a mother and a father would love. Alright, well, we're gonna poke around the castle or the jail or whatever, looking for Tar.
I'm right here, Moira.
They're holding him. Not been sleeping well since I've this inn has terrible beds.
And just reminding you, I got an extra bed.
Yes, but yours smell like herbs and weird stuff.
That weird stuff makes me money.
It makes it hard to sleep. And anyways, Tor, we really need to do something about your living situation so that I can properly complain about not having my room without feeling like a total arse.
I'm fine for now.
Oh, I don't
Agent
have my
Vac
usual
killed me.
bed. I don't have a bed, period.
Yeah.
Wow.
Face like best once.
Alright, well, seeing as there's really nothing else we can do, let's go to the castle.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
does this make 2 or 3 times we've had to visit or bust Holden out of a cell?
I think 3.
Maybe.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
gotta start
Sure
counting.
it's 3.
It's been at least that many.
Yeah, let's not make it 4. Let's get him.
You approach the castle, which is swarming with guards, mercenaries, and members of the new army that are being assembled. You know, everything from humans to half dragons. Like, you've got, and everything in between. You've got a whole whack load of monstrous looking characters. Monstrous both in the literal and figurative sense. Somebody stops you as you approach the courtyard, and they say, "What business do you have at the castle?" Peasants.
Well, it was my understanding that one of our friends may have been picked up for being drunk in public, and we're here to check on him, make sure he's alright, and see that he doesn't cause any more trouble.
All right, but no funny business. And he points to what looks like a clerk who's got a notepad that's running around trying to make sure everything is going according to plan.
Okay. Moira just looks back at the guard and goes, "Oh, don't worry, I'm a musician, not a comedian, so it'll be fine." And
We're
keeps
just
walking.
gonna-
He grunts at you and walks away.
It's a pun. Get it? Oh,
Tor's gonna elbow Moira.
that's great. Yeah, Moira's gonna start walking to what's unfortunately now a familiar place, towards the jail or the dungeons or wherever it is that we were held previously.
So the guard pointed you to a guy with a clipboard. You're avoiding that guy and just going
Oh.
straight for the dungeons. Is that correct?
I misunderstood. No, we'll go talk to the clipboard guy.
Okay. You don't recognize this guy, which is saying something considering Daggerford is a small town. Perhaps he's help brought on from elsewhere. But he's a short, older man. He's got a clipboard. He looks like he's human. He could be a really short human or a really tall halfling. You're not sure. He's got little spectacles on the end of his nose, and he's just like writing away on the clipboard, and he's like, "Yes, move that one over there." And you could see people, moving a weapon rack.
I think Moira will just sort of tap. Actually, she'll probably like kind of move beside him, just sort of in a casual, nonchalant way, and then tap him on the opposite shoulder with her tail.
Oh, you
Hi there.
startled me.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Just wondering if I might ask you a couple of questions.
And who might you be?
Well, I am the famous and talented Moira Eldul. At your service.
Indeed. Indeed.
So, can I ask you my questions that I had?
Yes, you may ask your questions.
Oh, great! Thank you very much. So listen, we've got a friend that well, he's been known to get drunk in public occasionally. Rarely he does so in such a way that he ends up in the old stockade. I just wanted to see if we haven't been able to find him for a day or so. So I wanted to see if maybe he'd been picked up in the jail.
He flips a few pages on his clipboard and says, "What was his name?"
Holden Tuddick.
Yes.
He may be listed as Tudix.
Or Duke Holden. You don't know what he went with.
Nope. Nobody by any of those names has been taken up as a drunkard.
Is there somebody by that name that's been picked up for anything else?
He holds out his hand.
I give him a high five.
Moira will put a gold in his hand.
Thank you. He pockets the gold and starts rifling through the sheets of paper. Yes, yes. Holden Tudix. Yes, I have him right here.
Aye, that's him.
It seems he was too poor to buy some Warbonds, but he very much wanted to contribute to the war effort in his own way, and he volunteered to work in the castle blacksmith, forging weapons for our new army until we win the war.
Is there any chance we can talk to him?
He's very busy forging weapons until we win the war.
Guess that
At
makes
no
sense.
cost to us. He volunteered.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Yes, he was very patriotic, it says here.
Of course he
Very
was.
much wanted to buy all the war bonds, but could not afford any of them, and so this is how he chose to give his support. Volunteering his time to make weapons for the war effort until we win the war. Does that not sound like the Holden Two Dicks you know?
Oh no, it does. It does. It does.
Oh yes, patriotic is the word we always use for Holden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just out of
Does he love-
curiosity, if someone were to say, I don't know, buy some of these Warbonds in his name, do you think that would satisfy his patriotic desires,
Duty?
as it were? That's a good word for it as well. Duty is certainly the word I think of about all of this.
Yes.
That's right, duty.
Yes, I suppose that if some war bonds were purchased in his name, that would do instead.
All right. Where would one go to procure these war bonds?
Oh well, we have regular war bond sellers who are going round town daily, knocking on doors and making sure everyone buys their fair share, or offers up some other service if they can't afford it.
Perfect.
I'm sure they will be by your house sooner rather than later. What did you say your name was again?
My name is Moira Adul.
And where is your place of residence? I'll make sure you are one of the next stops on the recruitment drive.
Perfect. Well, that's the trick of it. You see, there's that whole business with the hard cheeses, and their pub got burned down. That was my place of residence.
Oh.
I was the staff entertainer there, so that's where my room was.
Well, you know what they say: when you make friends with disreputable people, bad things happen to you.
You know, I think I've heard that before.
I think you're right. It's true. Though, in my defense, they were not disreputable before we made that arrangement. That happened after it. I was already in a contract, and you know how contracts are. They're a pain in the arse to get out of.
Right. Well, then where are you staying now, Miss O'Doul?
Well, sometimes I'm at the inn. Sometimes I am at Ella Callahan's herbalist shop. Sometimes I stay at the Holden's blacksmith. Sometimes I camp out outside of the town. It really just depends on the day, you know.
Well, I'll send a group by the inn to look for you to have you purchase some bonds for yourself and your friend Tor, Holden, Tudix, whatever.
Right. That sounds perfect. Well, I appreciate your time. Do enjoy that gold.
Yes. He
Happy
pats his
to,
pocket.
Yeah.
I will.
And I wouldn't worry about the rumors that particular piece has that curse on it. I'm sure it's nothing. Well, have a great day. And she'll just walk off.
Tori's gonna say, wait, what? And then follow you out.
All right, and you guys leave the castle.
Glad we got out of there this time.
Alex says Holden's gonna be one dicks by the time this is done.
Jesus, Agent, you're on fire tonight. On point.
So yeah, Moira's gonna try to find either someone that she can buy a war bond off of, or somebody that has one.
Okay.
Being that Moira's pretty handy with forgery.
You do know someone who is quite fond of making money by selling things to people when they need stuff.
Is he not in prison?
No.
Yay!
Oh, that's a pun.
Get it?
Get it?
Laugh, dummy. Awesome. I
You want
thought
to go
he was.
see the snail?
Hell yeah! I thought he was a goner for sure.
Oh.
Well,
Oh,
last time you
okay,
saw
he is
him, he did have a large retinue of guards who were questioning him, but you never found out what happened to him. But no, he weaseled his way out of that one.
Oh, that's
Okay.
fantastic. I was legitimately worried about him.
I'm gonna go meet the snail for the first time. I'll go with you.
Awesome.
Okay. You guys walk up to the second floor of the inn, and you go visit what is now a frequent stop of yours. The snail's master bedroom, and you walk in, and sure enough, the snail is there in a bathrobe.
Of course.
Oh, Moira, welcome, welcome.
Hi, the snail. It's great to see you. I was getting worried about you.
Wait,
Worried
that's the
about
snail?
me?
Wait.
Well,
wait, that's the snail?
Yes, it's a snail.
Aww. He doesn't
Yes.
have a shell.
well,
He's not
it
that
was,
sort of a snail.
Now you tell me.
it was a difficult situation. I was, I'll be honest, I was between a rock and a hard place. They were asking some pretty hard questions about the hard cheeses and my involvement in their escape. But fortunately, since I had nothing to do with their escape,
Yes,
I
exactly.
was let off scot-free. Well,
Oh,
and I bribed the guards.
well, naturally. Well, that's
Naturally.
great. Also, very much appreciate your pun there, snail.
Yes, it was a good one. And he looks at Tor and says, "Laugh, dummy."
I was gonna say more about elbows. Tor goes left, dummy.
Both of them hit him at the same time. It's one of those things that starts out as a laugh, but subtly gets more and more like frightened.
He hasn't even been introduced to you yet, and he's calling you dummy. What can I do for you, Moira? He says as he walks over to his bar cabinet and starts pouring some drinks.
Well, I think I may have a business proposition that'd be mutually beneficial.
Yes, what's that?
Well, you see, the thing is, there's these Warbonds going around town. I'm sure
Yes.
you've been
Plenty
shaken down
of
for them.
Yes, they've been. Well, you know, they've been a thing. I keep wondering how I can make a profit off of them, but it seems the castle is quite insistent on the profit going to them.
Right.
Couldn't you just make your own then?
Well,
That's
you know, I thought about that, but my forgery artist, well, let's just say he didn't survive the new regime taking over.
Tor's gonna push Moira in front. Boy, do we have a deal for you.
Tar. You're overselling it.
I'm gonna look at the snail. What's he looking like right now?
He raises an eyebrow and then he says, "Is that a pun?"
Yes.
Oh, it was a good one.
Thank you. I've been working.
Yes.
But Moira is one of the best forgerers in Daggerford.
Really?
Yes, that was the proposition that I was building up to.
Did you do it? Sorry.
Moira just leans over shoulder. It's not a fucking race.
You're proposing that we forge some war bonds and we undercut the castle's attempt to sell them by selling
Whoa.
them to the peasants cheaper.
That was a great idea you just had.
Well, that's one way we could go about it. Seeing as that might draw some unwanted attention. See, I was thinking we could forge them.
Not if you're the best forger in Daggerford, it won't.
Yeah, Moira.
Well, I mean, that's... Of course. I was thinking we could forge plenty of them, sort of sell them as insurance for all these people who, can't afford the real ones.
Yes.
But also, if we forge a bunch of them when it comes time to cash in, well, we've got a lot of extra Warbonds.
Yes. Yes.
So that was pretty much it. But I'd need to see an original.
You would you? And he walks over to his cabinet, and he pulls out some documents, and then and right on top is one of the Warbonds. Says, yes. I'm afraid even I can't get out of buying them, apparently.
Well, don't have a permanent address. It seems to do the trick.
Actually, yeah.
Don't really recommend that as an overall strategy for life, but no offense, Tar.
A lot taken. That was a pun.
Hey guys, it's sorry.
Am I doing this right?
That was Joshua laughing, not the snail. That's
I'm not
okay.
sure.
You can cool it. Everyone knows I'm the pun master here.
Tor's just gonna shake
Oh,
his
that's
head.
that's very
I'm
true,
so
Stan.
glad Ella's not there.
All right,
I
well,
don't know. I don't know, Ella. The last time you ran into the snail, you almost got your head chopped off.
all right, well, if you want to leave me with one of those for a while, I'll get started.
Yeah.
Making as many as I can.
Yes, quite. But don't be showing it around town, eh?
Well, of course not.
You know,
Well, I
you
mean,
could get into some big trouble if you get caught.
well, of course. So my plan is to
Big
make one.
trouble.
Right.
Big
That's
trouble.
That's a hilarious pun there, Snail.
Yes,
knew it.
I knew it.
I
It was
knew
a
it.
pun.
I didn't want to say anything.
Turns to Tor. Laugh, dummy.
Tor is laughing. So happy he got one. Just didn't want to say anything in case he was wrong.
So Mars gonna. Well, see,
It
my plan
takes
is
a keen
to.
mind to understand puns.
Yeah, that is very
I
true.
still
So
have ears, my master. Tor's gonna bow.
oh my
Oh
god.
boy.
Please teach me the ways of the pun, Mr. Snail.
So you can take the Warbond and bind the snail for now.
Moira was gonna try to like explain her plan and then just finally just stop talking and walked out with the Warbond.
Okay.
As Tor and the
meanwhile-
Snail are going back and forth.
Meanwhile, back at Ella's shop, how's things going at your shop, Ella?
Oh, Ella's already bought her share of Warbonds. Mainly because she doesn't like
well-
but
Well, no, because I was literally about to say a bunch of guards knock on your door looking to sell Warbonds, and
yeah,
you can't
yeah.
undercut your DM's plans like that. That'd be terrible.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I was gonna just buy them because she doesn't want to rent the boat.
So a group of armed guards show up at your door and they say, by order of the Crimson Court, we're selling war bonds to help with the war effort. How many can I put you down for?
Oh, you can
5,
put me down
10, or 15?
5? Really? I can't just put down. You can't just put me down for 2 or 3.
Unfortunately, I am under orders to sell them in batches of 5 only.
Doing math.
5 times 15 is
65.
75.
75.
75
70.
gold.
Well, fact that.
So 5 then. Is that right? Ella Callahan for 5 war bonds.
I would if I could. You need any potions or herbs or
No, we need your money so we can help bolster our numbers in the army.
and what would help bolster the army more? Potions or war bonds?
No one can. If there aren't enough people to drink the potions, then the potions don't matter. But how about this? We'll compromise. I'll take both. 5 war bonds and all the potions you can sell me.
Potion. If I can sell you the potions, then I can buy the war bonds.
Are you saying you can't afford the war bonds? You don't have 75 gold available to purchase war bonds?
Not right now. I can sell you the potions, and then I can buy the war bonds.
How much gold do you have?
43 gold.
43 gold. All right. I'll put you down for 2 war bonds. He scratches out the 5 on this list and writes 2 on his little clipboard. That'll be 30 gold. And he holds out his hand.
Pleasure doing business with you.
You put a satchel with 30 gold in his hand.
Yeah. Reaches under the counter.
He barks some orders at his subordinates, one of which hands you 2 war bonds, while the other one goes into your shop and starts collecting potions.
No, you don't want to touch that one. You don't want to touch that one either. That one will explode if you move it too much. Yeah. I'll do that. This one and this one and this one. Oh, if you drink this one, you'll become invisible for an hour, an entire hour. This one will give you plus. This one will make you stronger, actually. This one will make you well, you don't want to drink this one. You really don't.
He takes the potion, sniffs it, and then just drops it, and it shatters on the ground. Just give us healing potions. You can do that, right?
Well, the healing potions are in this section here. Shows a giant rack of healing potions from the sea. Like there's.
He barks some orders at his subordinates.
6 shelves full of healing potions.
He barks
on the wall.
Some orders at his subordinates in a language you don't understand. They go over. 2 of them go over, one on each side of the shelf. They lift the shelf up and carry the whole shelf out of your shop.
Baller.
Yes.
Now, how much were each of those potions?
That is for 50 gold each.
50 gold times. Very good.
50. 50 times 50 is a lot.
50 times 50. Yes, very good. He pulls out a scrap of paper. He starts writing on it. It says, the Crimson Court owes Ella Callahan 50 times 50 gold. Signed, Sir Guard McGardson.
That's 106. That's 167 war bonds.
And he hands you the writ, which says you owed money.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Very good. You have your 2 Warbonds. And then he mutters cheapo under his breath. And you're rich for the healing potions. We'll be
Yes.
off now. And he turns to leave.
I expect 167 more when I go to the castle.
The guards leave. What do you do when they leave your shop?
Put up the closed sign and go straight to the castle.
Okay. You put up the closed side and go straight to the castle?
That's like Ella's whole month done.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. When you get to the castle, there's a bunch of guards storming around the courtyard. One of them stops you and says, "What do you want?"
I've got this writ here for 167 Warbonds.
He says, "Oh, you do you?"
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Yeah,
see that.
They took a lot of healing potions. There's 50 healing potions.
Let me see that. And,
It gives it to the guard.
he takes a look at the writ. He looks up at you. Looks back at the writ. Now get out of here. I think you can rip us off with your forged documents and whatnot.
I'm not leaving until I get my money.
Oh, is that
You stole
so?
my healing potions.
Oh, I did what now?
Not you specifically, but you in general. There's a difference.
Do you have a death wish? Potion maker.
No, but I have a wish for my Warbonds. How much money you owe me?
I love Alex's response in chat. Yes.
He snaps his fingers, and 5 more tough guys show up to back him up. They're each brandishing weapons. He says, "You want to say that again?"
Yes, you owe me money. You're going to pay me money.
All right. Boys, take her out. Roll initiative.
Oh no.
Roll initiative.
You heard me.
Really?
Get
Yeah.
those Fs ready, chat.
Okay. I will. Can I? You want to roll physical die or no?
Whatever you're more comfortable with.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll some initiatives for my 5 thugs.
Just a reminder for you watching this. Just because this is a one-shot doesn't mean there aren't consequences.
It's very true.
If Ella dies, Ella's gone.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder to everyone, including the cast and DM, cast has 7d6 and a Phoenix Astra. The GM has a d4, 5d6, and a switch.
And very important, you can spend money to give Gwyn here extra rerolls. So
That's
her
true.
life might be in your hands. Roll a d20. There we go. All right, what did you get for your initiative?
9.
9. So the guards got better. They got 11.
Uh-oh.
The 4 of them move in into melee range, and they attack you with maces. They start clubbing you. Roll.
Now that's not very nice.
No, it's not. They're not very nice guys. What's your AC?
10.
That's 2
Jesus
hits.
Christ. Why did Ella decide to have a temper?
3 hits.
Wit. Did you see Ellen last season?
And 1 miss.
I didn't
One
see
miss.
any of last season.
3
You
hits
did it.
and a miss. So from three mace hits, you're gonna take 15 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya.
Oh gosh.
Let's get Amazing Grace queued up.
I'm guessing that's enough to down you. Is that correct?
No.
No.
6 HP left. 6.
6 HP left. Well, then it's your turn. And may
Yeah.
God have mercy on your soul.
May Joshua have mercy on Ella.
yeah.
The lead guard, as a free action to speak, is going to say, "Have you had enough yet?"
Which just translates to the DM going, "Are you sure?"
He's basically saying, do you want to make a new character? That's what I heard. I don't know if that...
Yeah.
That's what I heard too.
That's what I
Okay,
heard.
good. I'm not losing it. Okay.
Broken and bruised, Ella limps back to her shop
Exactly.
with no money in
That's what-
her pockets.
That's what I was going to say, but you said it first.
Just in time to run into Tor and Moira, who were also coming by her shop to fill her in on the counterfeit Warbond plan.
The heck happened to you?
Do you have a
We were
sale?
gone. We were gone for like an hour.
Yeah, what the hell? This stuff usually happens to, like, me, but not you. What the hell?
Or Holden.
Yeah, we leave him for an hour. Where is he?
They stole.
He's locked up, by the way.
They stole me healing potions and didn't pay for them.
Oh, that sounds on brand.
Yeah, that sounds like him. Classic.
I went to go get them to pay for them, and they didn't pay.
Did you really think they would pay?
Could be worse. They could have done what the Warriors of Good Deeds did and burned down your shop.
That's what I was going to say, but you said. I was going to say that.
Ella's shop burns down twice.
I was going to say, could have been worse. They could have burned down the shop.
The villains, the heroes burned down your shop because they didn't want to pay. The villains just steal your potions. Which
I've
one's
got
worse?
I've got the emergency stash. Don't worry, I'm fine.
Stash of what, Ella?
Well, you certainly don't look fine. You look like you've been, I don't know, hit in the face by 3 maces or something.
I'd say 4.
Just a guess, right? Just throwing this out there. You look like you've been hit in the face by 3 maces.
Yep.
Well, for your information, it was 4.
Called it.
Well, it was a shot in the dark.
One off. So Ella, let me take a wild guess as to what happened. They came in here trying to sell you Warbonds. You didn't have enough money. Am I right so far? In what I'm gathering?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you bartered potions for bonds?
And they didn't give me the bonds.
They gave you 2. You do have 2 bonds. They called you cheap for spending 30 gold. That's apparently cheap.
So then after they took the potions, I'm gonna guess you went to the castle?
They gave me a writ.
Where is it?
They ripped it off.
This is what
I
was gonna
have
make do.
I have the copy in my shop.
The coffee?
Copy?
Copy.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? 2020, where there's like a pink paper and a yellow paper underneath it?
I don't think they fill it out in triplicate.
They fill it out in triplicate? No, there was 1 copy.
And then, judging by how you kind of look now, you probably didn't accept terms that they tried giving you.
They didn't give me any terms. They just started hitting me.
They just started hitting you. I could say that's on brand, actually.
Well, I mean, if it was the Hares of Good Deeds, I could see that, but the Crimson Cart likes to at least keep up appearances, so
Yeah.
my guess is
but-
they probably made some sort of threat or warning that just was lost in translation or something.
Yeah. Or they don't want to give warnings. But, oh, Ella, yeah, Holden's in jail. He didn't pay Warbonds. I knew I almost forgot something.
They couldn't have just taken me.
Why would you want to go to prison? He's gonna roll up his sleeves, revealing the tattoos from the 3 hours when he was in prison. It changes you.
I've got skills too.
Well, more than likely, they would have just put you to forced labor.
Yeah, exactly. They could have just done that.
They would have been
Exactly.
making potions for free until the end of the war.
We're just basically gonna be forever. Alright, well, don't worry, I've got a plan. Where it starts looking around the shop, making sure there's nobody else there and doors shut.
Doors are all
Curtains drawn
shut.
and all that stuff.
Nobody else is there right now. Yeah.
Just gonna lean forward. I'm working on a plan. We're gonna make more Warbonds. And we're gonna sell them for a lot cheaper than what the Crimson Cart's paying or selling them for. We're gonna make a lot of money. And sorry, I sort of lost my train of thought when I said lots of money. All right, we're gonna get Holden out of jail, and we'll use the money for limited personal items and to fund the resistance.
I was. You don't want to, get a place to live first.
Well, of course I want a place to live. That's why I mentioned some personal items. Plus small finder's fee, commission for the sales. Then there's the metal currency transaction fee.
What about my cut?
We'll
for
write it
hyping
up
you
later.
For it?
Yeah.
Where's the hype fee?
I'm going to get.
Oh, that's part
in
of the
my
sales
shop.
commission.
I'm going to get in my
Tor's
shop.
gonna start counting fingers for no reason now.
Just open the door.
It's like
and
we're gonna
go.
sell it. We're gonna sell it a lot cheaper than the Crimson Court. Well, a little cheaper than the Crimson Court. Well, about the same as the Crimson Court. Okay, it's more than the Crimson Court, but at least your money's going to a better cause.
It was like
At least
a
now
lot
they
of
have a
those lines.
choice.
Like the that episode of Firefly Shindig when I was like, "Mercy's the mark of a great man." Guess I'm just a good man. Oh, I'm all right. So yeah. Anyways, Ella, do you have a drafting table or something where I can do some of this work?
It's in the back. Just
All right, thanks.
come on.
Tor's actually gonna say his good nights and go back to the alley.
Yeah, I was gonna get like 3 healing potions from under the floor.
You go down. You go to the back where the table is to get to work, and you see in the back you see the curtain drawn in front of the makeshift cot where you remember the hard cheeses were staying for a while, and you can't help but feel a little righteous in sticking it to the Crimson Court for what they put those 4 hard cheeses through.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, all 3 of you get inspiration.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Ooh.
So that's D6 on our next roll.
Inspiration is a free reroll that you can use whenever you want.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you're thinking of bardic inspiration.
Yes.
Any dice? Does this work with any dice or?
D20s.
Okay.
Okay.
So you stay up through the night working on some fake Warbonds. Make me a forgery
And some healing
check.
potions.
So I've got the forgery kit, but I don't remember which skill uses.
I'm gonna
It's for
say
forgery.
it's probably Dex base. Dex plus proficiency.
There's sleight of hand. Performance.
Yeah,
Oh no,
you don't-
performance is charisma.
You don't need to worry about the specific skill, because you're using a forgery kit, which is the tool is in place
Okay.
of the skill. So you get your
Okay.
proficiency bonus from the tool, and then it's a dex based mod for the modifier.
Okay, so it's 1d20 plus 2 plus 2. So a 13 total.
Pretty good. You make a stack of bonds, and they're all pretty passable. Under close scrutiny, you can tell it's a fake, but at a glance, they look indistinguishable.
Question. Could I use a d6 to take another pass at it and try to improve them a little bit with that d6 roll?
Sure.
Okay. So I'd make it a 17 total.
A 17 total makes them almost flawless.
Fantastic.
Now, not only does it require close scrutiny, but it requires close scrutiny by an expert to tell the difference.
Awesome.
So close scrutiny by the layman wouldn't be able to tell, but an expert would under close scrutiny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. How many did I manage to make?
Ella holds her real Warbond and one of your Warbonds. That's fucking amazing, Moira.
I'll say you managed to make 3d6 bonds.
Roll 3d6. Nice. 14.
Nice. Not bad. 14 fake bonds. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Wow. These are better than the original.
Well, here's hoping they just look like the original.
Better than the original in that Ella didn't have to pay for them.
Yeah. So in that case, I think Moira will hold on to 5 for herself. 5 for Holden. And then probably take the 4 plus the 1 original back to the snail.
Back to the snail. Okay.
And then the next night she'll probably work on, or the next day she'll probably work on making some more for the snail.
Okay. All right. So in the morning, you head back to the snails. Tor, you're in your alley, correct?
That was at the night.
Yeah. What are you doing? Are you
So
also
next
going
day.
with Moira?
Yeah.
And what's Ella doing?
Ella is sleeping.
Fair enough. She was up all night. She had a rough night. She got
Needs
beat
all
up.
rest.
You guys return to the snail, and the snail is pleased to see you, as usual. He's got a group of people in his room, gambling. It looks like they've been there gambling all night. The snail has a large stack of money on his desk, and there's a half-naked lady friend in his bed. But nonetheless, he welcomes you. Ah, Moira, welcome back. Well, you've had a
Thank you.
productive night by the looks of things.
Yeah, it went pretty well. They're actually a little bit easier to copy than I thought they'd be. So I brought you back your original, and I've got 4 extras here.
Very good. He takes them, looks them over. Which one's the original?
That's a good sign. It's that one. And
very good.
She'll point to the one that she specifically stacked on top to tell them apart. So that's that one, and yeah, I'll keep working on these.
You keep bringing
to make
me
some more.
Warbonds. I'll keep selling them, and I'll make sure to give you a cut. Here, take this as an advance. And he grabs a little satchel and tosses it to you. It's
Awesome.
got 15 gold in it.
15. That's not bad.
There's more where that came from.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you as always. I'll get to work on the rest of them.
Very good. You do that. Then he looks around. That's a pun. Laugh, dummy. And he hits the guy, the half asleep guy on the that has lost the most money at the gambling table.
Well, again, thank you for this golden opportunity. We'll see you later.
Moira, was
Yes,
that a
we will
pun?
see you soon, I'm sure.
Moira, that was a bad pun.
We're
Did
just,
she make a pun?
we're just looks Troy rolls her eyes.
Fine.
Well,
I'll
you
see you
know,
around.
I'm a musician, not a comedian. Everybody's a fucking critic. Anyway, see you later.
See you later. All right. So so that was productive so far.
Yeah.
What's next?
Is there like a post office or somewhere where mail would come in?
There is a post office. Yes.
Tor wants to go there.
Okay. What's Moira doing?
I think Moira is probably gonna want to try and get Holden out of prison.
Okay.
So I think she'll probably head over to the castle again, looking for the clerk with the tiny glasses.
Okay. And Ella, is Ella still sleeping? She was sleeping in, but by now it's probably
Yeah, Ella's probably going to join Moira.
okay.
Just
Going back to the castle and press your luck again.
All right, Ella. Look, if we're going to the castle together, just you gotta promise me you're gonna let me do the talking.
all right.
Even if they insult your potion making skills, if they insult your shop, whatever they say, you let me do the talking.
As long as you don't burn it down.
Well, if they burn down your shop, I imagine we have a lot more problems to worry about than either of us talking.
Yeah, because there'll be a big explosion. You'll be able to see it from a mile away.
Right. Well, let's go see the man about the thing.
All right, and you guys march up to the.
After last time, I made sure it would not leave the people alive that burnt it down.
That's just great, Ella. That's great. We're gonna go talk to the man about the thing. So I'm going to do the talking. So
You do
we're
the
just gonna go
talking.
looking for the guy.
That's how it works.
Awesome. You guys march up to the castle, but before we deal with that, we're gonna go visit Tor at the post office. Tor, you walk into the post office, which is not, the mail guild is not anything like a modern day post office as you might think. They have couriers and they have letters and they have carrier pigeons and what have you. But anyway, you walk into the post office. It's pretty dead in there. What with martial law insisting that no letters go in or out of Daggerford, the post office has been pretty useless since the Crimson Quarter showed up. But you walk in and there's a clerk at the desk. And he looks over at you and he says, "Oh, hello, a customer, yes?
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
I just wanted to know if there was any mail here for me.
Mail for you? There's no mail for anyone. Don't you know the Crimson Court has put a stop to all mail coming in or out of the city?"
I didn't know that, but thank you. And then Tor is going to walk out and go. Is there like an alleyway behind the post office?
There sure is.
Tor is gonna just go behind that and pull out the doll and just slump down on the wall and just start crying.
Oh, Tor.
Tor's gonna show some vulnerability.
To the rat in the back alley, he's gonna show some vulnerability.
No, to the to the doll.
To the doll. I'm gonna
Alex,
find
what
the
have you
most
done?
place in Daggerford so I can show some vulnerability.
Oh no. But yeah, so Tor's a little hurt by that no mail.
Yeah, no mail. Meanwhile, at the castle, you see a bunch of thugs doing military training. Make a perception check to see if you see the guy with the little glasses.
6.
You don't see him at first glance. Just a bunch of guards, one of which walks up to you and says, "Hey," and he points to Ella. "Come back for more?"
We're just gonna elbow Ella, go like, "Okay, you can talk for a second now."
No.
Then what do you both want?
Hello there, sir. So I just came to talk to, I talked to Clark yesterday, and had some business with him, regarding some Warbonds. Short sort of fellow, small little glasses on the end of his nose. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Where am I to find him?
He's around, but today's a bad time. He's very busy. What's your business?
Well, you see, I wanted to show him that I had procured some Warbonds for my friend, that we'd been talking about, and discuss a matter of, a financial nature, if you will.
Oh, you have you? Can I see those war bonds?
The Warbonds that I bought for my friend?
Yeah.
Sure.
And he holds out his hand in much the same way he did last night when he asked Ella to hand the writ.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that if I were you.
So Moira's not gonna put them in his hand. She's gonna hold them up. Be like, see? They're right here. You've seen them. Put them back in her bag.
I see that trick won't work twice.
You're a very perceptive man there.
Listen, the man you seek is very busy today. The Crimson Court are expecting an important visitor, and he's helping them get ready. So you'll have to come back tomorrow.
Right. Tomorrow it is then. Tell me, when, are you gonna be here working tomorrow?
I'm here every day.
They don't give you a single day off?
And they pay me a lot of money.
Well, I mean, sure, there's the monetary compensation, but, you know, it's pretty standard along the Sword Coast to have other benefits in your compensation package as a mercenary.
Well, the Sword Coast is going to be changing soon when the Crimson Court takes over.
That doesn't
So what?
sound...
So, what you're saying is you're working towards making your potential income worse.
My potential income is only going to be higher.
But
As
see,
long
you
as
just
stupid peasants like yourselves keep buying Warbonds, my pockets will be lined with lots of money.
right. You'll just never have any time to spend any of it, right? All I'm saying is, you know, I would speak to your HR representative about some, you know, benefits or maybe farming a union or something to get maybe a day off of every 10 day or so.
HR.
Oh yeah, it's human relations.
That's racist. He's
Well,
not
I mean-
human, by the way. He's
Oh.
not, this
Oh,
guy's an orc. This guy's an orc.
Okay, then she'd probably say OR instead of HR then. Orc relations. So yeah, every race has their own department.
Ah.
It's all the rage up in Neverwinter. I mean, I'm surprised you've never heard of it. Well, anyways, enjoy your never having a day off and making less money.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. Holy shit! 26.
Yeah, all right. I'll do that. He starts to walk away looking like he's like thinking about the things you said. He looks back over his shoulder, scratches his head,
As
and wanders off.
Moira and Ella walk away, Moira's gonna talk very loudly to Ella, and just be like, "Boy, that paid vacation I had last month was fantastic. I sure am glad that my TR representative fought and got that for me. Oof. I just feel so
know.
relaxed now."
As
Just
you,
walk off.
as you
That
leave,
free healthcare is great, isn't it?
and you leave the castle, and you walk away from this bewildered orc mercenary, who he seems like he's reconsidering every decision he's ever made in his whole life. And that's I think as good a place as any to take our 5-minute break.
Perfect.
So we're gonna come back in 5 minutes after stretching our legs and refilling our drinks and doing bios or whatever we need to do. Y'all should do the same.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Look at us go. Yeah, we're back. I was just saying in the break that it's almost Chris Perkins' birthday. Chris Perkins is the lead, one of the leads behind 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons at Wizards of the Coast, and the reason he's always so full of enthusiasm and energy is because he's really not as old as he appears. He only gets a birthday once every 4 years. he's a February 29th baby.
Where's the fucking whiteboard?
Laugh, dummy.
Laugh, dummy. It's a pun.
10 out of 10.
We feeling prime numbers?
Come on, that's at least a 5.
4.
So when last we left off, you guys were walking away from the castle. Tor was walking away from was crying in the back alley of the post office.
And the orc mercenary was questioning his life choices.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that part. What?
Yeah, that free healthcare is something in it.
So what are you two up to, Moira and Ella?
Well, I guess Moira's gonna make more Warbonds.
And Ella's gonna make more potions to replace the ones that they took.
Yeah, because she's gonna wait and come back tomorrow.
Of course. So you guys go back to Ella's shop and just plug away for the remainder.
You
of the
want
day.
me? You want me to
Yeah.
roll for business?
That depends. Are you operating your business or are you busy
Yeah.
making potions?
I can't do both.
No.
Then potions.
If you're manning a storefront and selling potions and running a store, versus if you're in the back, putting carefully putting ingredients together to make potions, those are two different tasks.
No, that's Ella's best seller is health potions. So no.
Alright.
Because you know the first thing an inventor is gonna do when they walk into that shop is health
Ask for
potions.
healing potions. Yeah, that's why she had a whole rack of them.
Get taken.
They
Yoink.
walk in there and they're just like, I need healing.
As the
Picks
go.
up shelves and leaves.
So the two of you are in Ella's shop, plugging away, making stuff. Meanwhile, Tor was crying in a back alley when suddenly he hears what sounds like trumpets. And when he comes out from the alley to see what's going on, he sees indeed the gates of the front gates, the west gates of Daggerford have been opened, and a whole parade of animals are coming through. You know, you've got horse-drawn carriages, people riding on elephants, dancers. It's like a parade. It's like a parade of people coming through. How do you react to this?
I'm gonna do that thing where it's like trying to draw it to your back up, like get back up there, so that kind of shit. And yeah, like maybe slaps himself really hard once, trying to just get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna go see what all the shenanigans are.
Yep. Okay. As you approach the parade, the parade, there's a gathering crowd. of people that are gathering around the parade as it makes its way towards Castle Daggerford. Uh, Everyone seems more or less excited about the arrival. Um, as you're watching from the crowd, you see uh, you see three elephants walk by, the biggest of which has um, a large carriage on top of its back.
I'm getting Aladdin vibes right now.
Then I'm doing my job. This should be giving you Prince Ali vibes.
Yeah, very much. That's what's playing in my head right now. That's the exact song.
There's a big carriage on top of the third and final elephant, and there's fancy curtains drawn in front of it that block your view of who's inside. But one of the peasants nearby says, "Oh, it's it's a prince or something. Or a king from a foreign land, come to pay respects to the Crimson Court."
I wonder if he wants potion.
I guess after seeing that, I'm just going to run and try to find these two.
Okay.
Relay this information.
Well, where do you go to look for them? They're probably in Ella's shop.
Yeah, because Holden's locked up.
Holden's locked up, and the Happy Cow burned down. Where else would they be?
And not a lot of choices left. So I'll go to Ella's shop.
All right, you head to Ella's shop, and you find them there working away at their trades.
I'm gonna knock on the door, as always.
We're not open.
It's me.
Well, for fact's sake, come in.
Thought you weren't
Unlock the door.
open. I'm gonna shut the door.
Unlocks the door.
Thought you weren't open. Anyway, y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. So, after
There's not much
Moira.
I wouldn't believe at this point.
Moira, after we kind of walked back and then we split up, I went to the post office. Don't worry about that. And
I wasn't
I started
particularly
hearing
worried about the post office.
I started hearing trumpets. So I go and see what it is, and there was an animal parade.
All right,
What?
Tar.
There's a let me finish.
All right.
Alright.
There was a foreign ruler on that, and they came here to probably pay respects to the court. It's information for you.
I wonder if I could sell them like a really expensive potion, like one of potion of giant strength.
I highly doubt we'll be seeing them in this area.
Well, you never know. I mean,
They rode in on elephants. I think I know.
Side note: thank you very much, Michael Wayne, for that donation. They've gifted my words are hard. They've gifted an advantage to the cast.
Oh,
boy.
thank God.
They're gonna need it.
I was gonna say that.
Thanks.
All right. Tar, okay,
Animals, foreign land. Yeah, foreign prince. Okay.
so you heard trumpets. You saw a bunch of animals in a parade, foreign nobles and such. A couple of questions.
Possible answers.
How many fingers am I holding up?
How many fingers are you holding up?
2.
2.
Oh, I keep forgetting you all can't see me. Because it won't work on Zoom and Streamlabs at the same time.
yeah.
She's holding up 2 fingers.
I like to imagine Tor asking. How many fingers am I holding up? How many are you holding up? 2. 2.
Oh boy.
What's good, Moira? What's good?
All right. A second question. Do you smell toast?
Oh, do I? Am I missing something?
So it's a common thing. Is like if you smell toast, you're having a stroke.
Oh. No.
All right. Well, a lot of crazy stuff's happened, so maybe you're not just hallucinating.
No, I'm pretty sure I saw it, and the crowd of people that saw it too.
I mean, it's not the craziest thing that's happened.
That's
Let's be
fair.
honest.
Would they be able to hear it from if I just like opened the door of the shop? Would they be able to hear the noise pollution?
Probably.
I'm just gonna walk over to the door silently, open it, and do one of those gestures.
You hear drums, trumpets, and people singing.
Shut the door.
Make way for some sort of.
Sing.
Hell yeah, Bob.
I'm crazy, but I'm not seeing animals crazy.
All right,
He's
well, you know,
I mean, there's
gave-
several types of crazy, though.
you gave yourself a prison tattoo with like 3 hours in a cell, so I have to ask these things.
It's adapt or die, Moira.
The
Right.
cell was empty except for you.
Fair
Adapt
enough.
or die.
Fair enough. No,
Right, well, you know, I just worry about you is all. Well, let's go see what the hubbub's about.
We're not humming copyrighted songs. What? Yeah. Okay. So you want to go see what the hubbub is about?
Yeah.
Ella's gonna bring a few potions along just in case.
Sure. You make your way through the gathering crowd in time to see the end of the parade, marching into Castle Daggerford.
Warrior's gonna look around and be like,
Indeed, there are all kinds of people and things, and this whole facade of accompaniment that has accompanied this foreign dignitary to visit the castle.
all of this
And them
seems...
some big elephants.
And some big elephants, yeah.
That's all Tor's gonna say.
Yeah, it's right. I agree. All of this seems strangely familiar. Like I think I heard a story, like a children's story about this, something like this, at one point. Get the
Yeah,
weirdest sense of deja vu with it. Anyways,
It involves
A giant, what is it? A bamboo thing will shoot up and we can go beat up some big guy in the clouds or something like that?
well, I thought
that's
it
a
was that the
different
prince
story
made up a
completely.
whole bunch of shit, and then the bad guy was bamboozled.
I heard there's a scene involved. Or the gin.
Wait, was that the one?
I can
Is that-
remember.
is that the
Was
one with
there-
the guy who was yelling to get off his swamp?
No, that was a story about onions.
Oh, wow. Duh. Anyway, yeah, this is. Yeah, I don't think that's why this foreign
Well,
dignitary is here, though, to pay respect.
Right. Important question is this good for us or bad for us?
Has anything been good for us?
This foreign dignitary? Hmm.
Well,
All I'm
I
saying
mean,
is-
for me personally, this Warbond thing is fucking great.
I still haven't gotten my hype fee, by the way.
Well, how many Warbonds have you sold?
Tor's gonna start counting fingers. Wait, what's a war bond?
Right, so pretty sure that's 0. So if we take 0, multiply that by the other 0, carry the 0, that comes out to about 0 gold pieces.
Yeah, that sounds right. Wouldn't want to get a house for me to live in now, would I?
Heck.
Not power. You have to work for things.
We're just dropping this. Okay, let's figure some shit out. Holden's not here to come up with plans. Let's do some shit.
And before anyone says anything, that's not out of character for Ella at all.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
All right, well, I need to go talk to the clerky man.
Snail?
No, not him. The other little person. The one with the one with the glasses.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh.
Are you sure? Are you sure, Mario? Are you sure?
Well,
They
yes,
did say
he's the
he
one I
was
have to.
very busy today.
Uh,
Remember, they said he was very busy because
oh right, it hasn't been a full day yet.
they were expecting a very important visitor, and that's why he was busy.
Oh right. Sorry, I've been staring at these documents and whatnot a little bit too hard. Probably should eat something. I was under the impression that it was tomorrow. I'm going to go eat some food.
I'll cook.
All right.
And I'm the crazy one, Moira.
I was busy working.
It was a pun. Laugh, dummy.
Yes.
Where'd that come from?
The snail is in the crowd because of the parade.
Just see a giant like balloon sticking up because he's too short.
Yeah, it's not every day you see elephants, of course. I mean, I don't normally leave my room, but come on.
Oh, hi, Snail.
Oh my god. Hi, Snail. Great. I'm gonna go get food and have a little bit of a lie down.
Yeah,
We'll figure this
I'll
out
go
later.
cook.
All right, you go get yourself a meal and you have yourself a long rest, and it's the next day.
All right.
All right.
Hey, is Holden still in jail?
Holden has not returned. That's correct.
No, that was Tor asking the group.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
Torrance.
Did Tor also sleep in Ella's house?
No, Tor's sleeping in his alley.
Oh my gosh.
Then
I thought we all just met up.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. You've all met up. Tor's asking, is Holden still in jail?
It's like we're in just dead quiet, and it's just, is Holden still in jail?
Well, Tar, seeing as how I still have these Warbonds and we haven't talked to the little man with the glasses, I'm gonna go with yes, he's still in jail.
No, you could have just said yes.
You're right. I could have said
I
yes.
think
But I wanted to give you
overworked.
all of the information.
I just think Moira.
Well, I'm glad there's
little bit.
communication on this team now.
Just a wee bit overworked here. You might want to slow
It's-
down with those bonds there, Moira.
But they're really lucrative. And I like money, it turns out. A
And
lot.
burnout is
It turns
burnout is a
out.
thing, Moira. You need to take a break every now and again.
All right, let's go talk to the man with the
Working
glasses.
non-stop.
yeah,
You've taken a total of 3 breaks in 2 days.
I'm pretty sure Holden would support Moira's plan to make
Of course
money.
you would.
Yeah, I think so too.
Moira, if you keep overworking yourself, I'll
The idea that Holden is working for free is the biggest slap in the face.
Right.
Uh-huh.
that was that right. Moira, if you don't slow down or like take a break, we'll have to break your hand. That was a pun.
Ha, ha, ha.
The snails
Ha.
taught me well. What can I say?
I don't think
All
think
right.
that's very funny.
Message received.
Tor?
I appreciate the concern. Very appreciated. Good friends. I will slow down.
Yeah, how
Let's go
much
talk to the
money
man with
did
the
you
glasses.
make?
So it's the next day now, right?
How
Yes,
much money did you make, Moira?
Oh, you know, I made a whole 5 gold off of that whole stack.
That I am very suspicious.
How much was in the stack?
7.
Well, I gave him 4 Warbonds, and he gave me 5 gold.
Oh, I see. That's all Torso.
I'm skeptical to say the least, but if you feel that lying to your friends is okay, then that's on you.
Look, I made the Warbonds. I sold them to him. It's my money either way. Why would I lie?
Yeah, wait a second. Didn't you lie to us, Ella?
You know, Tor brings up a good point.
Both of you lie to me?
Well, don't
Wait a
focus on that.
second.
We're not talking about that right now, Tor. We're talking about Ella now. Anyways, man with the glasses, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Make your way to the
see
castle,
snail.
and when you get there,
Oh my God.
make your way to the castle, and when you get there, you see the small army that has been raised so far by the new Crimson Court is now being trained by a new army, a regiment from the visiting dignitaries from afar are training the Crimson Court army with superior fighting techniques. That's what's going on in the courtyard when you arrive. Overseeing it is the short man with the monocles on the glasses on his nose. By overseeing, I mean he's really just kind of supervising. He's got very little to do with military training.
Yeah. Moira's gonna do the same thing as before. Walk up from the side, tap the other shoulder with her tail.
Whoa!
Hello again!
Startled me.
I'm terribly sorry about that. Hey, anyways, do you happen to remember the conversation we had about procuring some more bonds for my friend to get out of, to fulfill his duty?
I have many conversations. I can't be expected to remember them all. What do I look like, an accountant? Well, actually...
Yes.
Well, I was going to say, do you want an honest answer? But you're absolutely right. You're a very busy, important man, and I very much appreciate that. If it helps, we talked about one Holden Tudix.
Ah, yes, the one who volunteered to make weapons for the entire army until the end of the war.
Right,
remember
right.
him.
Did he really volunteer
Indentured
for free?
servitude is just doesn't sound like home
yeah.
to me.
I
of course
just
not.
want to double check. Because I mean, he could have changed. Who knows?
Well, of
That's
course
the,
it's not
That's
indentured.
the official story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, if it's
Well,
official.
Of course. Of course, indentured servitude doesn't sound like Holden, and that's why he's volunteered to his patriotic duty.
Ah, yeah.
Anyways, I have procured the Warbonds on his behalf. So you can let him out now.
Okay, so, and he flips over some papers. You have all 25 war bonds that he was that he had promised to purchase and then reneged after the fact.
At 25. Oof. I may need to go liquefy some assets a bit first. Was under the impression that he needed 5.
Ah, well, they get sold in batches of 5. Yes.
I see the miscommunication there.
Mr. Tudix had said some things and said some things to the guards, which made them insist on no less than 25.
Yes, he has an unfortunate tendency to do that.
Yeah, he talks sadly.
Yes, yes. He is quite vocal. Fortunately, we've got him working down in the dungeons where no one could hear him complain about
That's
his
probably for the best,
job.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it makes quite the dungeon cell makes for quite a good blacksmith shop.
You know, that makes sense. That's very intelligent of you. Well, I tell you what, I will go move some things around, purchase some more, and we'll come back.
Yes, of course.
In the meantime, thank you very much for your time. Here. And she's gonna hand him 3 gold.
He takes the 3 gold and pockets it. Thank you, very kind.
So you
Well,
give
thank
him
you
3. You give him
very
gold
much for
without
your
me?
thank you very much for your fine service. Doing very important work, and I appreciate it.
Of course. And he goes back to supervising the superior training that is being implemented by the army. On your way out, you pass a stockade. And in that stockade is the orc that ripped up Ella's wrist. And it says, to be punished for inciting mutiny among the guards.
We're just gonna lean over to Ella and go, "You're welcome."
Thank you. Very, very.
Yes, start one little union and it turns into a mutiny.
One union.
Oh goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Moira's gonna hand 2 gold to Tor.
Thank you. Tor's just gonna pocket it.
Of course.
I was gonna hand 3 gold to Tor.
Thank you. He's gonna pocket it.
Look.
There. Whole night's work worth of wages. Just gone in
Yeah,
an
no,
instant.
sounds about right. This is all I wanted. Yeah.
So what then?
Moira's gonna live the life of a streamer and not take breaks and just keep working, grinding away at it.
Oh, mood. Mood. It's like you were complaining to the orc. It's like, wow, you haven't had a break? Yeah, I don't remember the last day off I've had.
Yep.
Yeesh.
Sorry, that got too real for me for a second.
Yeah. Same.
Sorry, went a little meta there.
Oh my gosh. Mood.
So yeah,
you
Moira's
go
just gonna
make
get
some more
busy.
robots. Okay.
She's gonna make 20 more.
Moira's
okay.
gonna be working and Ella's going to be like handing her tea.
You're busy working
Moira.
away at making a bunch of warbonds when suddenly there's a knock on your door.
Moira's going to quickly
We're
pack up
closed.
her work.
We are closed.
The knock, even after you shout "We are closed," the knock happens again, and it says, or someone from the other end says, "Open up, it's the Crimson Guard."
Crimson Guard. I don't think I've heard of you.
You know, it's like the Royal Guard, but we work for the Crimson Court. We're in charge here. Open up.
Opens it up slightly. Can I see your credentials?
They're wearing military uniforms. They look down, they look up. Really?
Moira's just gonna lean over, like, from the other room, just lean her head over and be like, you know, if you get a good tailor, honestly, you could get those clothes anywhere. It's, these days it's important to not, you can never be too careful, is all we're saying.
He starts shuffling through his pockets, looking for some sort of badge. He pulls out a insignia that says he's a sergeant in the guards army.
Yeah, you can never be too careful. Come on in.
I'm trying to run a street. So you check his credentials. He asks them, and he's like, we're here to sell you some Warbonds.
Oh, no thanks, we gave it the office.
What's that?
Yeah, we gave it the office.
Your friends beat you to it.
Well, you can never have too many Warbonds.
Suppose that's true.
What you got going on in there anyway? How come this shop's been closed for 2 days?
I've been restocking my potions. You kind of took 50 potions. It takes a while to restock that. And I've got Moira helping, because she's my apprentice.
Make a deception check.
Can I assist?
Sure.
Jesus.
Deception. I'm looking for.
It's like just behind the door are stacks of fake Warbot and all of the forging supplies out in the open to make more.
No. As soon as she heard the knock, Moira shoved them all in her bag of holding.
So that's a 19 total.
I got a 22, and so Moira just chimes in and goes, well, I mean, really, it's more of a hobby. Seemed like a good skill to pick up. This gig economy and everything, you know, it's important to have a cross-training in a multitude of skills.
Yes, diversification is key.
Yes, I see.
Moira's been training me to sing.
Yes, we're still working on that.
Really? Care to give a demonstration?
I just started learning.
Oh, well, Jimbo here, and he points to the guy behind him, really loves amateur singers. And Jimbo's like, I do? And he's like, yeah, you do.
Well, I'm a professional musician. I'd be happy to play a song, but I'm sure Ella could sing one. It may not be the prettiest. We're still working out the fundamentals.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'd be fine. Ella, why don't you sing that one about the brave guard who took down the crime ring?
Yeah.
You know, the one about the handsome
one.
guard in the red outfit?
Oh yes, the one about Jim the Red.
Yeah, it was
Hey,
something like
that's
that.
my name.
What a coincidence!
Yeah. Really.
Well, now I have to hear that song.
Moira's gonna play like just a very simple tune on her bagpipes.
That's a 19 plus performance is 2, so 21 performance.
Nice. Moira got a 13 to play the musical accompaniment.
Oh boy, you both you both pull one of those, you know, where you're singing a song and it's obvious you're making it up on the spot, but like doing the best you can with it. You actually do not a terrible job, but
Sings about Jim.
the one guard
Jim.
Jim claps like, yeah. The other guards are just like, very well then. We'll come back tomorrow to sell you more Warbonds, I guess.
Oh, that'd be great. I'll make sure that I don't buy them from the other group then.
Yes. See you later. And then they leave.
Good luck with your sales quota.
Yes, we've been finding it hard to sell lately. It seems everyone already has Warbonds.
Well, you know, that's the problem with an oversaturated market. You might want to consider expanding to some of the outlying suburban areas.
Or a different town altogether.
You know how it is with business. It's expand or die. So
He marches off. I guess I should have titled this episode "Convince the Guards to Get Put in the Stockades" because this
Unionizing the Crimson Court.
unionization of the Crimson Court. Hashtag title. All right, so you scared off the guards. You've made some more forged Warbonds and some more potions. What are you gonna do first? You going to bring your Warbonds back to the snail? You gonna take a long rest? You gonna go
half to the snail?
Half to the snail, whatever.
yeah, I was gonna say, do we have enough to get Holden free now, and maybe like a few extras to get to the snail?
Yep. Yeah, I'll say you. Well, roll a d10.
Three.
All right. You made. You have 30 fakes
Okay.
in total. That's
Total. Then I think we'll just go get Holden for the moment.
Yeah.
okay.
I still want me fucking gold.
I'm sure you do. You make your way to the castle. It's the next day because making 30 fakes takes a whole day. The next day, you make your way to the castle. The one guard that ripped up your writ is still in the stockade. The royal guards from the foreign dignitary are still training the military here, and it seems like they're getting better.
Great.
You find a little guy with the glasses on his nose, and he's like, "Oh, sorry. Did you want to tap him on the shoulder again?"
If he sees me coming, though, she'll just walk right up to him. If he's distracted, then she'll do the shoulder thing again.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
You know, I don't think I caught your name the first time. What was your name?
Hello. It's Alfredson Poindexter Cedric Richards III.
Right. I'll just call you Sid. Good to see you again, Sid. I'm here with those Warbonds for our dear friend Holden.
Indeed. Yes, so you have his 30 Warbonds then?
No,
I thought it was 25.
It was 25.
Yes, of course. Obviously, with interest, it's been a day. It's now 30.
Right. Are
Right. What did Holden do?
He didn't do anything. He's serving his patriotic duty.
So it should be less than.
What? What world do you live in?
Interest is only when you're not getting the thing you want. You're getting the thing you want, which is Holden doing the work. It should take away from the interest, not add interest.
Is Tor there?
I'm assuming so.
It's the next day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ella. They want money. I don't think they care about one man's labor.
All right. I
You
tell
can make a
what.
persuasion check, Ella, if you'd like.
Oh God.
I can make a persuasion check. Yes, I am. Let's see. Persuasion. Okay, cool. Oh, fuck. Natural 20.
Oh.
Plus
and I
4.
was so ready to say, now it's 35, but instead he'll say, oh well, fine, you make a good argument. 25 Warbonds will secure the release of your friend, or rather, will complete his volunteering hours.
Right.
His community service.
Yes, his community service.
That's great. Well, thank you very much, Sid. You're a very fair and understanding gentleman. Here you go. Here's the 25, and a little something for your troubles. And she'll put 3 gold coins on top of the stack.
All right. He takes the stack, pockets the 3 coins, looks at the stack for a second, looks back up at you and says, "Quite. I'll be right back with your friend." And he turns and walks away.
Moira is checking to make sure that the exit route is secure.
While you're in a courtyard filled with guards being trained by other guards in superior combat techniques. So yeah, there's an exit route. You can go back out the way you came, but there's no clear path where you don't pass by some guards.
Okay.
After a short while, Alfredson Poindexter Cedric Richardson III returns. Y'all thought I made up that name on the spot, and yet,
I thought you did the way it was sounding.
and yet, he comes back and he says, "Very well. Your friend Holden will be released at the end of the day. He insisted on finishing his current day's work before being released, so something about his professional pride."
Yeah.
Actually, that does sound like Holden. That sounds a lot
He
like
is
Holden.
he's
my
definitely
brother.
a man of professional integrity.
Yeah. That's my brother.
Thank you very
Yes.
much, Sid. Much appreciated. We'll be on our way.
Very good. Oh, and one more thing.
Shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Of course. It's been a busy week. Where's my head? Here you go. And Moira hands Sid 5 more gold.
He takes the gold, smiles, pockets it. Yes, have a good day.
You as well. Moira's just
Let's speed
Walking
walk
Ella,
out.
Speed
Ella
walking.
looks at Moira,
All right.
wonders what life means, blinks, shakes her head, walks.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Tor and Moira are power walking out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, you come to him already gone.
So in one episode, we've seen what happens when you walk into the castle courtyard and demand money versus what happens when you walk into the castle courtyard bleeding money.
Yep.
And very different responses are.
Moira knows how to bullshit and schmooze her way through a lot of stuff.
Really. All right, so y'all leave the castle. Fantastic. So you find yourselves back at the tavern, enjoying a drink with your friends. There's a stack of coins at the middle of the table. Your reward for assisting the snail and getting into the Warbond business.
Fantastic.
Do we give the snail the fake Warbonds?
What's that?
Do we give the snail the fake Warbonds and get paid?
Well, I presume Moira is going to be continuing to make more as the days go on.
Yes. And indeed, at the end of the day, the door opens, and standing in the doorway is a familiar-looking dwarf who you had almost given up for dead, but sure enough, he is alive. A little worse for wear, a little skinny. It looks like he hasn't eaten in a few days, but he's there. And he comes and he sits at the table.
Let me get you some food.
I'm just gonna slide my drink over to him.
He takes it and he downs it.
I just... One more! Wait,
We're
one
just,
more!
we're just going to look at Holden and be like, Holden, you're my friend. And that's why I spent 25 Warbonds on you to get you out of prison. And normally that would cost 375 gold, but rent prices, let's just say you owe me 150. Good to have you back.
Tor's just gonna look at him and go, it's a Monday.
He smiles. Get me out of prison? What do you mean? I volunteered to work for them.
I smack him. Who are you?
What did they do to you?
Hey, well, hang on. Listen. First, they tried to force me to buy their Warbonds. And when I said no, they threatened me. And then I offered a compromise. I would work it off. You know, making weapons for their army.
See, I told you they were getting what they wanted.
And so I did. And, you know, it's funny. I didn't have a lot of supervision working in a cell. So it's not my fault if their weapons were poorly crafted.
Holden,
I just give him we just do like one of those side fist bumps and I just slide him another drink.
Now there's the Holden you remember.
That's okay, he's welcome back, brother.
Holden, I love you.
I love
Let's just
you.
call it 50. Good to have you back.
I elbow Moira. 55.
There's something though fishy though. While he was there, one of the guards said something about a visiting prince or king or what something.
Yeah, you missed the big fucking elephants.
Yeah, they were quite impressive. Quite impressive.
Well, suffices to say, I think getting rid of these Crimson Cord is going to be easier. Is going to be easier said than done. You know, I mean, those warriors of good deeds, they were a piece of cake by comparison. These Crimson Court, they have an army. 2 armies, really.
Yeah.
What?
No amount of me feeding them shoddy craftsmanship is going to maybe cheat our way into winning this one.
Great.
think
I
we,
mean, if they've got an army, we can amass an army too.
Yeah, they have an army.
I
We have a
hate to
Holden.
say it, but I think we need to bring in the big guns. I think we need to recruit some heroes.
I smack Holden again. Who are you?
We're
Right.
not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
Listen,
Well,
I mean, I got a score to settle with the elf that's hiding out in the woods.
I'd rather hire random adventurers than back in heroes.
Wait. I'm gonna let Holden go. Drop him. You know, he is a mastermind. He might be right.
well,
I'd still rather hire random adventurers.
what about this? What if, and just bear with me here, what if we hired the elf out in the woods and we sent her in on a suicide mission?
You know, I like the way you think, Mora. I got 2 warriors of good deeds under my belt, and I'm itching for a third.
Oh, your collection.
Well, I mean, that seems like the quickest route to go, because my whole start a union thing is just, it's working, but it's slow going.
They're never gonna unionize.
Sowing the seeds of
not with
discontent
that
takes time.
attitude.
I don't feel like they're an organization that will allow it.
I'm just saying, not with that attitude. Now, if you keep a positive attitude, that'll get them to unionize much better.
I can tell you one thing. No. It's never gonna happen.
The
You
idea
saw
isn't
what
for the
happened
solo.
when unnamed guard tried to unionize.
You
Tor,
never
that's
know
the.
what you'll achieve with a stiff upper lip and a positive attitude.
Holden, would you unionize?
Oh, me? That depends. If it's a faux hammer union, I might.
Where it's like, you're all missing the point. The point is not for them to necessarily unionize. The point is for them to try to, and sow discontent and things like that in the army, so they don't function well. Maybe they even
And that
kill off some of their own.
So
and
like
that way
a
we
civil
cut down
war.
their army slowly.
Well,
Pit them
Something like
against
that.
each other.
you know, the way I see it, we got two ways of doing this. We take out the new Crimson Court, or we take out their benefactor, Lady Daggerford.
Well, now you're speaking my language.
If we're going after Lady Daggerford, I just might have an idea there. She's
See?
hiding something in that tower outside of town. The one that she wanted us to kill the goblins that were nearby, remember?
Oh, that
We
one.
could check that out.
Yes.
She's totally hiding something in that tower, and we should probably check it out.
Wait,
You
hold
know,
on.
her
even
secret
if she's
defense.
not even if she's not hiding anything, I think killing her is a good idea.
And then
Well, I
And then-
don't.
And then there's also that elf that's hiding in the woods. And you know what? If we go visit him, one of 2 things is going to happen. He's going to help us fight the Crimson Court. Sorry, she's going to help us fight the Crimson Court, or I'm going to kill her. And I kind of like both of those options.
Yeah.
I'm
I'd
fine with
rather you
that.
kill Lady
I'm just-
Daggerford.
I'm just saying, maybe we put a pin in the whole killing Lady Daggerford idea, because
No.
frankly, she's a very
no,
good
that's
kisser,
not.
and you know, that's a rarity in the world, and it seems like it would be a shame
And she
to.
stabbed us in the back. You literally.
You know what? We got a lot of planning to do.
It's a really good kiss.
But I think
But she
first,
stabbed you in
I
the
think
back.
first we should drink.
Literally.
We should drink.
Amen.
It was worth it.
And he raises his mug and says, The peasants shall strike back again. This is our
We're-
town. And we're not gonna put up with any more of this Warbond bullshit.
Here's
Ah,
to that.
God, he hasn't drank
Cheers.
in how long and he's like this?
And he downs his drink. And that's, I think, a good a place as any for us to conclude this episode of The Peasants Strike Back.
I agree. That was fantastic.
Oh, that was rad.
That was
Uh,
fantastic.
I'm just saying that the idea of killing Lady Daggerford. Ooh.
I don't know. I don't feel like losing Tor just yet.
Yeah, he has to make
Oh,
it
goodness.
3 so that we can make Tolden canon.
a thing.
I'm just saying.
Well,
She's the one that made fun of my flares. So.
well, let's go around and do our favorite parts of the game before we go on a raid. So we're gonna go opposite order. Let's start with Joshua. What was your favorite part of the session? Where can we find you next? And then also any other things that you'd like to share.
Well, my name is Joshua Barbeau. You can find me on Twitter at Joshua Barbeau. You can see me next on Wednesday on my own channel. That's Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time. My channel is at Joshua Barbeau on Twitch. We play Dungeons and Dragons in the Forgotten Realms. And I believe the Company of the Grey Wolf is preparing to fight a witch. We'll see how that goes. So that's
cool.
where you can see me next. Definitely some other things. Of course, you can buy my stuff on DM's Guild. Namely, there's a book that has the classes used for this campaign on DM's Guild, but there's also some other stuff. I recently contributed to a book about multi-classing, and another book with Underdark adventures in it. So definitely check that stuff out. I'm gonna leave a link in the Twitch chat in a second. Speaking of links, you guys did it again. You ended it in a tie.
Hell yeah.
You ended it in a god dang tie. Warlock or rogue, assassin or great old one, patron. I'm making a new poll. There are 10 minutes on the poll. Not even. I'm gonna make 5 minutes on the poll. Boom. I hate ties. Assassin wins ties. So that can't be a tie again. Tweet. There is now a new tweet. You
All right.
crazy people. Been there. It's in the thing, and that's all I have to say. Make sure it's not a tie.
All right. Gwen, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And any other links or anything that you want to share?
So, my favorite part. I've got to say, standing my ground. Then getting beat up for it.
Getting beat up by a bunch of guards was your favorite part? It was pretty cool
it
to
was-
watch Ella not back down no matter what.
It was very in character for Ella. Very, very, very. Just.
That was pretty great.
Yeah.
Right, and where can we find you next? And anything else that you'd like to share?
Tomorrow is the thing, isn't it?
Yes,
remember
Legends of the
correctly.
Badlands tomorrow at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
All right, cool. And then Buggy, what was your favorite part? where can we find you next,
remember
and
the thing.
anything else that you'd like to share?
Honestly, it was just hilarious that y'all tried to unionize the Crimson Court. That killed me that y'all were trying to do that. But as Raven said, I'm Buggy. You can find me on Twitter at Buggy2077. You can either you can find me on Raven's channel next time we do this game, or if I can ever find the energy to stream over on my channel, which is team_totem_. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. For me, my favorite part, the whole thing was just fantastic, but I did really enjoy just being able to BS around with the Crimson Court people and just sow as much chaos and anarchy as possible by just messing with people's heads. That was a lot of fun.
Seize the means of production!
Yeah. So yeah, I really enjoyed being able to do all that stuff, and also the interaction between you, Joshua, and Gwen, with Ella standing her ground.
I particularly liked when y'all realized that the snail wasn't dead or in prison. I was
Yes.
like, why don't you know somebody? You could go see somebody. You're like, wait, he's not like beheaded. And I was like, no, he just
I legit thought he was.
Tor was expecting to walk into another room and finding another dead body.
The snail will live forever.
Gorgeous.
Yes. The snail is definitely my favorite NPC out of the whole thing.
He's probably mine as well.
He's a lot of fun.
And Justin, Noir Enigma, why don't you tell us your favorite moment from the session?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I gotta say, my favorite moment was when I finally showed up right at the end there. Everything else was kind of boring by comparison, just because I wasn't in it. Though I did like the moments where Tor was trying to give puns throughout the and doing a terrible job, but he tried, he stuck to his pun guns. I did like that.
I really want to make that a character trait of Tor's now.
Pun guns.
I really want.
That's it from me. That's all from me.
That was
Pun guns.
a great session, and we're gonna go on a raid. But before we do, one more thing I want to add.
Oh wait, I do actually have one thing.
I was waiting.
I said it was the last thing for me, but there was just one more thing that I had to say, and that's y'all know I'm gonna kill that wizard in the forest, right? Like y'all know that's just that's gonna go down. Holden's not gonna hold back when it comes to that wizard. But also,
Someone's not gonna hold back when it comes to Lady Daggerford.
Also, Lady Daggerford, Holden has a bone to pick with her now too. So.
So did Ella.
I think Moira just has a lady boner for Lady Daggerford.
She has a different kind of bone to pick with her.
Yeah.
No.
Hang on, where's the whiteboard?
You're
Where's the
all
fucking
here.
whiteboard?
On that note, let's go on a raid. Thank you all for being here.
You're outvoted here.
Joshua's got the first 10.
Thank you, Michael, for the donation. Everybody who spent guild coins, and just for being here and chatting. You're all wonderful. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.